commenced on the wheelhouse, so now got the proper wheelhouse floor down, which I think is looking nice, and also done the rubbing down the second coat of the ceiling, which is also looking nice. So yeah, looking quite good, happy with that. Had to cut the cupboards around a bit. These bits of wood you see on the floor, because I had to cut the flooring so that I can get my boards up should I need to. So those little bits of oak trim are just covering that up. So I think that looks pretty good, happy with that. Just got to do that for the rest of the whole boat now. So. Right, I just wanted to show you that the sides of the sofa that I made, just to reduce the width of it, because I think the ones that came with it sort of like that on both ends gives you quite a lot of space you can save. This turns into a full size sofa bed, which is kind of what I wanted for people to come stay and stuff. So it's literally a king size double bed, I think, when it comes out. So it's a good little sofa, and it's quite cheap, it's not mega expensive. It's the sort of thing that IKEA do well. I mean, you know, come on, praise where praise is due. But yeah, took the sides off, and just made my own ends, which you know, obviously helped to hold it up. But anyway, it worked out okay for me, I think. And there's still enough room to get a chair in there and steer from the inside wheel position. So yeah, that was good. Okie dokie. Other little steps forward, I made a little hole down there. I'll make another little panel that goes in there so I can get in and actually put my arm in and turn the immersion heater on, because the switch is in there, which is a bit kind of whatever, but without all these tools in the way, life will become easier, I think, slowly. So back at the boat, and this is job for the day. Well, not job for the day, hopefully job for the morning, but it's the second water tank, exactly the same as the first one. It's made by Wydale, I think. Yeah, Wydale. But before we can do anything, obviously, we have to feed the swans, because they're here for their breakfast, which they are every morning, which is a nice way to start the day for me. Anyway, I love the way that this guy on the end wags his tail like he's happy to see you, or more importantly, happy to see bread. Anyway, not bad neighbours, are they really? I'm glad they can't climb on the boat, because I think if they could, they'd just come into the kitchen and take all my bread. Yeah. There you go, mister. Big bit for you. Now, I don't know whether you're supposed to feed swans bread, but to be fair, this is like nice seeded bread, so hopefully there's lots of stuff in it that they can use to their betterment. So whenever I come up here, like I get a loaf of bread, and most of it goes to the swans. I might have a couple of sandwiches out of it. Right, that's your lot. See you tomorrow. If you're going to do something under here where the boards are a nightmare to get up, do it all at once. Don't do one bit and then put it all back together again and then decide you need to do something else and then take it all apart, because that would be stupid. That would be me. There you go. Anyway, part of this exercise was to actually work out just how easy or hard it was to take the boards up in the wheelhouse, and whether I'd sort of laid the floor properly in. And as it happened, I hadn't. I had to make some cuts, and I will have to I'll trim the bits of board anyway, so that they've got some expansion and contraction room. So all of that was sort of my bad when I fitted the floor. So hey, it's all the learning process, eh? Anyway, right, okay, here we are in the wheelhouse, which I'm sure you're familiar with. So there's the original tank. There is the tank vent that vents to the outside world, and that we need to tee with the new tank so that both tanks vent to the outside world. So when we fill, this is the filler, and what we're going to do is connect the two tanks at the bottom so that there'll be one filler. This will fill, but the two tanks are connected so they'll fill at the same time at the same rate. Okay, so we need to connect the two vents together, connect the two tanks together. I'll put in some extra valves, I think, so that we can isolate individual tanks. I mean, here, this section from there to there is bolted in, so that can be removed. But I've also got to remove that, or at least undo it or cut it. But yeah, probably could have done that better, couldn't I? Really, but I wasn't expecting to have to take this up. You think this tank will be big enough? Yeah. If you have a shakedown trip, then you start to realise what your problems are, and 350 litres of water isn't enough. It's just not. Especially, on the Thames, the taps are few and far between. So you do need more water. And in France it's going to be even worse. So there you go. So hence the need for a new tank. Okay, so start by preparing the tank. And we're going to put some Loctite on this. Right, and this fitting enables you to just put that 2.0 fitting straight on it, so it's nice and convenient. Also, it's going to seal, but this bit we will put Loctite on. Right, let's get it in. As you can see, there's some bits and pieces in there which I'm not too happy with. So I'm just going to see if I can either get them to come nearer the hole, or and we will flush out the tank anyway, but it'd be good if we can just sweep these bits of swarf up. This is the swarf because they have to cut the hole there to put the fitting in. Anyway, put it this way, we're doing it now because there's a big hole in the tank, so let's hope it fits, eh? There's a washer on the bottom of this thing which came with the packet. Now it's just a case of tightening it up. It's got a weird system here where there's like 4 holes. Ever the consummate film director. It's quite slidey, that. Anyway, you get the gist. I'm going to tighten that up, making sure it's facing that direction, and all should be well. Where we are, tank is in, and the metal beams back in place, and all the other bits of wood that need to put the floor down onto. Here's where our output of the second tank is going to be. Now we need to join it to this bit here, so we've got the output for the tank which goes into a valve. That is the sender for the water gauge, and then we go into the pump there. Okay troops, here's the new fittings. Well, that's kind of the existing one. Going to the pump. Included this T. I decided to do it after the valve so I could just stop water going everywhere. And then that zooms over by another valve which is coming off and into the new tank. What is not so good, however, oh, let's turn that off, is the mismatching sizes of that. I bought wrong stuff. That is 19mm, probably 3/4 I guess, and this is bloody 13mm. And so I've got to order a new fitting for that. I think it's probably the easiest way to do it, and do it all in the right size pipe. It was difficult to see what that pipe was without the boards being up, so I guessed. Right, and I've missed the courier cut off, so they can't get it to me by tomorrow, so I'm stuffed and I can't do it until next time I come up. But so to cheer myself up, I've turned the Christmas lights on. Anyway, lucky I'm a juvenile, aren't it? Okay, this completes the second tank install. Finally got the right size pipe and the right pieces and swapped them over. So that's the breather from the new tank, and it is teed into the breather of the old tank. So all being well, it will fill, and if I open that valve between the two tanks, hopefully they'll both fill up and all will be well. But I'm not going to open that valve until we actually use the boat, because I don't need that much water while I'm up here. But anyway, that's the end of that saga. Alright, catch you later.